Good morning, yogis. Welcome to your practice. We're going to tap into your center today and just get all of our chakras kind of open, vital, releasing what we don't need to carry with us, and just tapping into the breath. There's something about just breathing in the morning, putting your bare feet on the rocks, and tuning into the rising sun that is very simple and effective to get your biorhythms really humming with the heartbeat of the universe. So let's begin by tuning in to your own sacred heartbeat. Deep breath in through the nose. Fill the belly, fill the heart, fill the diaphragm, and let it out. Squeeze it all the way to empty. Let's keep doing that a few rounds. Deep breath in, belly, heart, diaphragm. Let it out. One more time, deep breath in. And release. Now start to tune into your intention. Why are you here this morning? What rolled you out of bed? And if you're doing this in the evening, what's your intention for your evening? Maybe it's just rest, deep rest. Take a moment to really feel it in your body. And let's vibrate that Om, the cosmic hum. Deep breath in. Om. Now start to stretch your arms to the sky. Connect to the sun. Feel your roots stretching down into the center of the earth. Simultaneously, start to rotate your wrists. Just this simple rotation can start to open your shoulders quite nicely. And notice if you're holding tension. This is the first moment of your morning where you can notice, am I holding tension in my shoulders? Go ahead and just let that go. Maybe even just shake your shoulders out a little bit, shake your arms out, release any tension that you might be unconsciously or even consciously holding on to. Maybe you've had a hard week. Keep with your breath. Stay with your breath. Let's do some little wrist circles. And just let it move into the shoulders. Do some shoulder circles. Maybe start to rotate one shoulder at a time, like you're back swimming, back stroking. And then let's roll the opposite direction, like you're swimming. Oh, so nice. And now sweep the arms to the sky. Grab your left wrist with your right hand and arch over to the right or to the left. And then back to center, opposite side. Grab your left wrist with your right hand. Right hand with your left wrist and arch to the right. Beautiful. And coming back to center, palms facing down. Let's just start to circle counterclockwise to the left, unwinding the spine. Continue to let go of doubt, fear, worry, stress, anxiety, whatever you've been carrying on your shoulders, anything that's been keeping you from feeling blissful. Really roll through your breath. Inhale forward, exhale as you roll back. And then walk your hands forward, start to drop your forehead to the earth. Just really focusing on the breath. As we begin our practice, the breath really guides us back into the center. Connects us with our spirit and our body together. Walk your hands over to the right side of the mat and bring your left hand on top of the right hand and just start to lean and roll into that right shoulder. So you're really stretching through that left shoulder, left side, all the way down to your left hip. You can modify this. You should be able to do all of these stretches without a block, but you can always have blocks, blankets, bolsters, anything you might need to help you in your practice, especially if some of these stretches can be painful at first. So for example, if even just sitting in a cross-legged position on the floor is hard, you can put blocks under your knees and that can sometimes help, or little cushions. You can use couch cushions, pillows, anything you need to feel comfortable. So let's go ahead and switch legs, and we're just going to roll to the right this time clockwise. Just rolling out the spine, tuning into your breath. Beautiful. Now sweep the arms high. I'm just going to do a little exercise to twist. So twist to the left, right hand to left shoulder, gaze over the left shoulder, and then inhale back to center. Twist to the right, left hand to right knee. Really lift through the chest here. And as you exhale, squeeze out the navel towards the spine. And then back to center. Twist to the left. Squeeze out the air, lift the gaze. Inhale back to center, and exhale to the right. And now let's walk the hands forward. Really sink down. If you want to lift up onto the tips of your fingers, kind of like you're pressing the tips of your fingers into the earth. This gets into the shoulders nicely. Breathe. Remember, your breath kind of carries you deeper into each posture, each stretch. Really tune into your ujjayi. Ujjayi breath is just the ocean sound in the back of your throat. It's that deep, open-throated breath with that slight little constriction. I like to call it the ocean breath. It really carries you into the present moment. It anchors you in the present moment. And it's also kind of a somatic, activates the vagus nerve. Let's walk the hands over to the left now and bring your right hand on top of your left hand and just lean into that left shoulder as you stretch tall and stretch long through that right shoulder, right hip. Deep breath. Beautiful. Let's come back to center and just roll up onto your hands and knees. Again, if you need a little blanket for support, you can fold a blanket and put it under the knees for support. Now let's walk the hands underneath the shoulders. Knees are about hips distance or wider apart. I like a little bit wider knees so that I can really stretch my hips a little bit more. So one thing we can do is, let's just do some very simple cat-cow. Inhale, lift the tailbone. Exhale, arch the spine. Finding a very compatible flow, like a wave. Follow your breath. Slow it down or speed it up here. This is a great, simple spinal warm-up. You can add a little hip circle in there. And reverse. Beautiful. Let's tuck those toes and lift into downward facing dog. Maybe pedaling the heels, shaking out your head. Coming into plank, hands under the shoulders and lower to the ground. You can always drop those knees and drop to the belly. And then from here, lift up into cobra, either low to the ground. If you're a little more of a beginner here, you can just squeeze your elbows into your sides and then press your feet into the ground. Kind of engaging the glutes, squeeze the thighs, pressing your feet into the earth. If you're a little more advanced, you can press up into upward facing dog, which is a little bit more of a floating off the tops of your feet. Good, and from here, downward dog. You can always come into tabletop first on your way back up. Beautiful. From here, let's walk the feet towards your hands, coming into forward fold. And just let yourself fold here, maybe grabbing your ankles or opposite elbows to sway. Let's hold this for at least 2 or 3 breaths. And give our spine a little reset. Start to lift up, stacking your spine all the way to the top. Roll the shoulders. And then sweep your arms overhead, reaching towards the sun. Plugging your feet in towards the center of the earth and rooted in your heart. Bring your hands to the heart. Deep breath in through the nose. And as you exhale, let your palms face down towards the earth. Really plug into the gravitational pull, Mother Earth's rhythm, heartbeat. Beautiful. Let's do a little sequence here to warm up the body. And we're just going to keep this short and sweet. Warm up and then wind down. So we're going to get the energy kind of alive and moving, connecting to the energy of the sun. So we're going to go ahead and start at the top of the mat. Reach the arms to the sky. Grabbing that left wrist, arching to the right. And back to center. Inhale fully. Grab your right wrist and arch to the left. Beautiful. Give yourself that deep stretch wherever that is for you. And then let's come back to the center. Bend your elbows. Really open up those shoulders. Maybe grab behind your hands, clasping your hands behind you. If you can't do this, if you can't clasp your hands, you can just bring your hands facing, fingertips facing down on your lower back. And you can just kind of lean back like that. Otherwise, you can clasp your hands and just let yourself lean back. Kind of, if you'd like, you can also lift your knuckles up and lift your gaze, open the shoulders. Beautiful. Let's twist that out, maybe stepping a little wider. Beautiful. And just shake it out. It's good to shake, 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 shake. Maybe give yourself a little pat through the arms, getting the lymphatics alive, the adrenals. Beautiful. Just shake it out as much as you need to. Now let's get that nice sun flow going. So sweep the arms to the sky. Really stretching in both directions here, and then dive forward, reaching to the earth. Look forward, Ardha Uttanasana, hands to shins. As you exhale, step the right leg back, coming into left leg lunge, and lift through the chest. Let's just pause here for a moment since we are waking up the body, whether this is morning, noon, or evening. Just take a moment to really connect to your hips, the waters of the hips, the emotional energy that we can sometimes bypass or avoid This is what gets trapped in the hips. So let's go ahead and drop that right knee, lift up through the arms. Again, if you need a little blanket to support that right knee on the earth, go ahead and do that. Pause the video, take a moment, make sure everything feels right in your body. And then from here, let's grab that left wrist with the right hand and just give yourself a nice little shoulder stretch. This should feel really good, especially if you've been sitting at a computer or hunched over a machine or whatever it is you do. Maybe you've been on your feet all day. This should feel really nice. And if you have a block, you can rest it on the right side of you and grab that block with your right hand and just sink a little deeper. Or if you don't need a block, you can just reach the ground and sink in. Good. Let's come back to center. Stepping back for plank, drop to the earth. Inhale for cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Beautiful. Step the right foot forward into right leg lunge. Let's pause here, rock a little bit, breathe. Tapping into our masculine side. Knowing when to stop, when to rest. When to take action, when to go, when to hold still. When the left and the right are in balance, we become very discerning about what feels right, and it starts in the body. Listening to our bodies. Let's drop that left knee, lifting up. Again, make any modifications. Adjustments, support props, blankets, blocks. Grab your right wrist with your left hand and arch to the left. Again, maybe moving that block over to your left side so you can drop your left hand to the earth and reach to the side. Or maybe it feels better just to stay lifted and grab your wrist. You're still stretching that nice right side body. Shoulder. Beautiful. Let's come back to center. Come into a little half split stretch here, getting into those hamstrings. We'll do that on the other side in just a moment. Beautiful. And then let's go ahead and step back, plank, drop to the earth, chaturanga, dandasana, and coming into downward dog. Left leg steps forward. Let's do that half split on the left side. So drop the knee. Just stretching on that other side. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now let's go ahead and step to the front of the mat. Lift halfway up. Inhale. Exhale, fold, and inhale, rise. Bring your hands to your heart, deep breath in. And exhale, relax into your mountain pose. And one really quick balance pose we can do that's really good just to kind of reset everything is just a simple tree pose. And so let's go ahead and start with the right leg. So really anchor your right foot in. I'm going to step onto the bare rock. It feels really good. It's really good for grounding. If you can do this barefoot outside, even better. So right foot plugs in. Bring your left foot to the side, left foot to the left foot to the right ankle. Left knee is kind of out a little bit. And now you can either stay here with your hands at your heart, using that left foot as a kickstand. Good. Or you can start to lift your arms to the sky, like branches reaching to the heavens. And in Chinese medicine, when we reach towards the sky, it's called heavenly chi that we're plugging into. And in tree pose, we're also connecting to the earth chi, which is that vibrant energy that comes up from the ground that we can connect to every day if we choose to. Obviously, if you're in a colder climate, sometimes when it snows and things like that, it can be a little more challenging. But there are ways to get grounding mats and maybe bring some earth elements into the home, like sand or rocks. Good. Bring your hands together and bring it back home to the heart vortex. Deep breath in and release. Just shake it out. Maybe let's do some little twists. In Qigong, we call this knocking on heaven's door. It's a powerful kidney awakener, detox, spine opening. Good, let's switch sides. So go ahead and plug the left foot into the earth. Bring the right foot to the left ankle. And of course, hands are at the heart. Find your balance. Find a drishti point. The drishti point is your focus, either on the ground at something not moving, or you can lift your gaze if you feel comfortable gazing at something a little higher off the ground. But I always recommend staying at earth level if you're a little new to yoga. Once you're ready to come off from the heart in the center, you can reach the arms to the sky if you feel stable. Just feel yourself welcoming the light of a new day, infinite possibilities. Release any limitations, negative thoughts or beliefs. Come back to your intention. I am. Beautiful. Let's come back to the heart. Shake it out. And swing the arms, maybe this time thumping the chest with your arms. There's a bunch of meridians there, thymus, kidney. You can also kind of tap the sides where the spleen meridian is. This gets everything alive. Beautiful. And marching in place. This is actually really good for crossing the energy over, for just more energy throughout the day. That's what our chakras are doing. They're pulsating the energy up and down the spine, that electromagnetic energy. So when we march in place, tap the opposite knee, taking a deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. It's super potent, simple. Beautiful. Shake, shake, shake. Let's start to wind down. You've made it to the end of your practice. Yoga doesn't have to be complicated. It can be a very simple, short practice, which is what we're doing today. So let's go ahead and lie onto the back. Feel the whole entire spine on the earth as you hug your knees into your chest, and just start to rock your knees from side to side. Give that lower back a little massage. A little butterfly just went by. Actually, that was a big butterfly. Just continue to practice breathing a little deeper than you normally do. Just that practice alone can really shift your health and your well-being, mental health as well. Beautiful. Just take a few more moments to rock, roll the knees. And let's bring the palms out like you're kind of pressing your hands into the earth out to the sides of you, and then bring your feet to the earth and rock your knees from side to side. Nice wide feet on your mat, as wide as your mat, and just let your knees rock. You can roll your head from side to side, releasing tension that you might be holding in your neck. You can roll your jaw. Give yourself some yawns. Take some deep inhales and exhales, sighing it out on the exhale. Remember, just showing up for your yoga practice each day is 90% of your practice. The rest of it is just flowing, breathing, being, just being centered, connected, and being out in nature is just so much more beneficial. Beautiful. Good. Let's hug the left knee into the chest and drop it to the right. Spinal twist. You can always grab a block here to rest that knee on. Back to center. Hug the right knee into the chest and drop it over to the left. Again, you can slide a block or a bolster there. Back to center. And now reach both arms overhead, and just like you're reaching your ankles, press your ankles away from you, flexing your heels. Spread your toes wide and just reaching overhead as much as you possibly can. Feel your spine really stretching in both directions, like a rubber band being pulled apart. Good. Now arch to the right. Arch your whole upper body to the right upper corner of your mat, and then walk your feet to the right lower corner of your mat, and maybe even cross your left ankle over the right ankle if that feels good. If it doesn't feel good, just skip that part and just let your feet be to the side. Breathe and soften. Now other side, walk your feet to the center, bring your torso to the center and arch to the left corner. Walk your feet to the left lower corner, maybe crossing the right ankle over the left, and melt. See if you can really surrender in this restorative stretch. Good. Now again, if you know that you are not super flexible through your hips, I want you to grab a couple of pillows. You can pause the video for this. Otherwise, you can bring the soles of your feet together and let your knees drop out to the sides like I'm doing now. Now again, if this is painful, you can slide some pillows or bolsters or blocks underneath your knees for support. You can walk your heels closer in or further out depending on where you want to feel the stretch. So play around with that for a moment. And I want you to you can bring like a weighted blanket, a cat, a dog, or your hands onto the belly. This is very restorative and soothing. It really activates the parasympathetic nervous system when you do that. Or even just covering yourself with a blanket. So whatever feels right, go ahead and do that for yourself now. And we're just going to go ahead and surrender for a few minutes here in this restorative reclined butterfly pose, reclined Baddha Konasana. Let go. Even if your mind is still going, I'd like you to just come back to the breath. Follow the breath in, deepen the inhales, and deepen and lengthen the exhales as well. And to add a little bit more softening, see if you can pause as long as possible between each inhale and exhale. Simply notice that shift. Let the waves of your breath flow in their most natural state. I'm going to slowly start to bring in a gentle rhythm of the drum. Feel the wind carrying away anything that feels heavy. And if you'd like to connect in Sedona, I want you to visualize just a beautiful bright blue sky above with the most beautiful white puffy clouds floating by, changing shapes. Notice if you can see any shapes. Maybe there's some animals forming in the clouds. Or just allow yourself to let the clouds float by without attachment, just like passing thoughts or feelings. Feel yourself being held by the earth as you rest and let the universe breathe you. Let the divine breathe you. Totally supported by the earth and the sky. Opening your mind like the sky and your heart like the sky. Let your heart anchor you deeper into your body. Waves of love. Waves of love. Waves of love. Lighter and lighter. Open. Surrender and open. Let all the old fall away. Take a deep breath in. You're still lying down. You're still relaxed. Come back to your heart, your breath. Feel your connection through your body, connection to the earth. Feel yourself supported on the floor. And wiggle your toes as you really connect to that earth energy. Allowing that energy to bring a current of the most pure crystalline energy from the ground into your body, sending it wherever it's needed for healing. Just receive it. If I have your permission, I'm sending you waves of healing energy now. Now reaching your arms overhead, stretching to the light of the sun. Really allow yourself to open to the light of this day, this brand new day with no mistakes in it, filled with possibilities. There are no limitations except for what your mind brings in. So really let that go. Let the light of the sun flood your mind, expand, brighten, uplift. Anything is possible. Everything is possible. Everything is working out for me. And now roll onto your side into a fetal position. Just take maybe 2 or 3 breaths here, allowing your intention for this brand new day, this beautiful day, this gift. You are a gift. Your love is a gift. Your light is a gift. Your energy, whatever you're creating today, focus your energy there like you're planting it into a garden, like a seed. And pouring a little water, giving it a little sunlight, and trusting, just letting the rest, nature take its course. That your order is placed. You are embodied here and now. And so let's end our practice by coming back to a seated position, whatever that looks like for you. And let's finalize our practice by sweeping our arms to the sky, just scooping up all this beautiful light, pouring it into your cup, bring it down to your heart. And now scooping it from the earth. Exhale, sending love back down into the earth. And now just breathe in one beautiful breath, blessing yourself, and letting it go. Fill yourself with gratitude, and let's finalize our practice with the Om. Deep breath in. Om. And the sound of the feminine. Ah, deep breath in. Thank you for joining me, sharing this practice here with me next to one of my favorite vortexes in Sedona. If you would ever like to explore the vortexes or join me for yoga, make sure you subscribe to my channel. It brings in so much support. Please leave your comments. I would love to hear from you what you would like to see more of on these videos, maybe what you'd like to focus on in your practice. And yeah, it's just such a joy to connect with you here in this way. Walk in truth, walk in peace, walk in light. Namaste. Have a beautiful day.